Welcome back to the Grumpy Chunk program. Once again, you can hit us on Twitter at The Grumpy Chunk. Also, email us, thegrumpychunkpodcast@gmail.com. All right, so Micky Doland, you handed this to me earlier yesterday, and you said, hey, you might want to take a look at this. And I said to you, where the hell did you get this thing? And you said it was left on my doorstep. Like somebody, like a Jehovah's Witness, but not a Jehovah's Witness, like an evil Jehovah's Witness. Not that Jehovah's Witnesses are evil, but an evil version of a Jehovah's Witness went ahead to your door and dropped off this pamphlet, and you want me to talk. Okay, so look, let me adjust the microphone here. I gotta adjust them. Okay, so look, this is like this little. It's like a cutout. It's a cutout, and it was on a pamphlet. And we'll take this and we'll post this to the Facebook page. And we'll post it to the YouTube. You think Scott the Intern could do that? Okay, cool. Okay, and this is what it says. It starts out, it says, Beloved, do not take part in any of these components of Satan's spiritual structure. They are the doorways to demonic possession. All right, so that's how it's titled. This little like pamphlet. All right. And then it goes on to any of these items that's listed here. If you engage in any of these items, apparently the door's open for Satan to come into your soul. Is that the way is this how I'm reading this, Mr. Micky Doland? I'm surprised you don't have anybody to interview for this. Oh, there you go. So here's what's listed. All right. I'm not going to read them all. I'm just going to read some of them that pop out. Eastern religions. Apparently, if you're like Eastern religions or yoga, or Freemasonry, okay? New Age religions, Church of Satan, Scientology, astrology, tarot cards, Ouija boards. If you're palmist, voodoo, Wicca, okay? Those apparently, according to this pamphlet, are all, if you engage in any of those, that's a doorway that Satan can come in and take your soul, apparently, according to this document right here. I don't know about yoga. I mean, I'm not into yoga. I tried to do yoga once, but I'm like round. I'm like a ball. But if I try yoga, it's not going to work for me. So I guess there's that. I'm not going to get, the demon isn't going to possess me because I did the yoga, or I tried to do the yoga. Voodoo, Wicca, earth worship. Okay, whatever. Cyberpunk culture. That's another one. Cyberpunk culture. So you cyberpunks out there. Ooh, watch out. The demon's coming after you. There's some ones out here that's pretty good. Vegetarianism. So if you're a vegan, apparently I don't understand. How does that make sense? If you're a vegan, that means you're not killing anybody. You're not killing anything. You're not killing anything to eat it, right? You're not going to have like goat or horse or cow or anything like that. You're a vegan. You got turnips, celery. You're going to have to, if you just spend your whole life eating celery, Satan's going to come in. That doesn't make no sense. Necromancy. Okay. Well, I mean, you're like a wizard and stuff. Lord of the Rings. Okay. If you watch Lord of the Rings or you become a hobbit or something, like you all of a sudden decide, you know what? I think I'm going to grow up to be a hobbit. You're also becoming Satan too. Firewalking. I don't know if anybody really firewalks. Does anybody firewalk? Is that still a thing? I don't know. Vampirism. So if you like vampires and stuff, trilateralism, that doesn't make any sense. Trilateralism, isn't that like something political? I don't know. Marijuana or pop parties. LSD and shrooms. When I was in college, and the house that me and my buddies lived in, there was this house, and then there was a bunch of like little apartments that were connected to the house, right? And there was this one apartment where everybody would go in there and bust out the shrooms. The kids, I'm going to say kids because it was college, these college students, they smelled awful. And you know why? Because they spent all the time when they weren't in class, they were down at the farm trying to find mushrooms. And let me tell you something, they had to dig around a lot of poop to find some mushrooms. So these guys would shroom all day. There was nothing evil about them. They were just lazy outside of trying to get the shrooms. Video games, rock music, heavy metal. That's typical. Raves and XTC. Raves and XTC? XTC, that's a band from the 80s. Then the Mayor of Simpleton, then they got the Ballad of Peter Pumpkin Eater or something like that. Oh, sorry. Not that type of XTC. You're talking about the XTC that they take. Okay, drugs. Drugs, just say it. Just say drugs. Marijuana, pop parties, LSD, shrooms, XTC. All right, just say it. This is so stupid. I don't even know why you handed this to me. This is ridiculous. Here's another one, Harry Potter. Really? Swish and flick, baby. Woo! Swish and flick. No, I don't think so. I mean, obviously, Halloween, Skull and Bones, blah, blah, blah is on there. The Twilight films. Okay, Dungeons and Dragons. So if you play Dungeons and Dragons, you're automatically going to become a demon worshiper. I mean, when we were kids, we used to play Dungeons and Dragons all the time. Well, you know why? You know what? Here's the thing. If you played Dungeons and Dragons, all right, and you were like a thief, right? Maybe you had a little bit of evil in you. But like I always played paladins and cavaliers and stuff like that. Barbarians. Barbarian needs food. All right. And the last one I got on here, I saved this one for last because I thought this was really, really funny. All right. And I know we're getting the wrap up sign, so you can chill for a second there, bro. Lycanthropy or lycanthropy. Werewolves, man. So let me tell you something. If you're out walking in the middle of the night, the moon comes out, and you turn into a werewolf, you got something else going on other than Satan getting into your system. You got yourself a disease, brah. You need to go to the hospital. If you're turning into a werewolf, I don't care about the whole anything else. I'm talking about that's a serious disease, man. Moon comes out, you turn into a werewolf, you get all fur, you get the fangs, you get the really? Oh man, I'd be calling 911, man. I'd be like that, bro. You take me to the hospital. I've turned into a werewolf. Where's all this hair coming from? Oh my God, I got fleas. Get me out of here. Let me tell you, the last thing I'm going to be worried about is Satan taking over my soul. I'm going to have fleas, and I'm going to have fur coming out of places I didn't know existed. That's not good. So, Micky Doland, tell Scott, the intern, to put this on Facebook, to put it on the YouTube when we put all that stuff on there. All right? So people can see this, because this is just plain funny. All right? Okay, so I got to wrap up now. So coming up, let's see, Sports Chunk. All right, Sports Chunk. It works for me.